Well, tax season is underway, and this year Marylanders will have 3 extra months to file state taxes. Comptroller's office extending the filing deadline to July 15th. The federal deadline still is April 18th. You won't need to request that extension. It's automatic and without interest. The Comptroller's office said previous extended due dates helped around 600,000 taxpayers in Maryland. And joining us now is Melinda Dunmeyer. She's the director of the University of Baltimore's Lower Income Taxpayer Clinic. Thanks so much for the time this morning. We appreciate it.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you for having me.
Listen, there are one group of people with 2 things in common that you want to make sure you talk to this tax season is people who get the advanced child tax credit and the economic impact payment. Dumb it down for me a little bit. Who are these folks and why is it really important for them to pay attention this time around?
Well, the Advanced Child Tax Credit was issued this year, as I said, in advance. And so some individuals received half of their child tax credit dispersed to them between June and December of this year. And then other individuals were entitled to a third economic impact payment, the stimulus payment. And so the IRS is issuing notices, particularly Notice 6419, to individuals to whom it sent the advanced child tax credit, and it's issuing letter 6475 to individuals to whom it sent the economic impact payment. The reason these forms are important is because you will need them to prepare your income tax returns accurately.
We have heard about the workload that the IRS has stemming from last tax season and then coming into this one as well. How does that all play into this now?
Yes, well, that is unprecedented, and this is probably going to be a much more challenging year for the IRS and for taxpayers. The IRS is starting this season with a backlog of 6 million unprocessed individual income tax returns from last year and a backlog of 2.3 amended. When you compare that to what they normally start with at a filing season, they typically start with less than 1 million.
Wow.
Their calls also tripled because people had questions about the delays in the receipts of their refund and the economic impact payments. Much of these delays in processing their returns and therefore their refunds was the result of inaccuracies on their income tax return when they reconciled their economic impact payment. And so we are encouraging taxpayers to look at that letter, to use that information, and to report it on their return so that their return will be processed efficiently and accurately. If there are any errors in reconciling those numbers on their returns will likely be delayed for processing. And my conservative estimate is that will likely delay the receipt of their refund by a good 6 to 8 months.
Wow, and so these are folks who, if that return gets flagged, you already have a backlog going in, so that's even longer for them to get that money back, yeah?
Yes, and the backlog really is the result of the changes in the tax laws the previous year. Here the IRS had to compensate for the fact that the economic impact payments were distributed and its current processing systems at the time were not up to speed for handling returns reporting that. This year, it's once again going to have to resolve issues reconciling the economic impact payments. Plus, now you're throwing on top of that the issues with them having to resolve the advanced child tax credits.
Tell me about some issues that could possibly or potentially happen at home. I'll run the numbers back if people want to know. The forms 6419 and 6475. I know that paperwork gets lost in houses. I've seen W-2s end up in the recycling before and whatever else could happen. Maybe you just didn't get it. Suppose this happens when it's so vital right now. What do you do if you can't locate yours?
Sure. Well, first thing is don't panic. With the 6419, if you cannot find it, then you can log on to the IRS's website and they have a child tax credit portal, and that child tax credit portal lists all of the payments that were sent. And if a payment is missing or you didn't receive a payment but it's reported on the portal, call the IRS. You will still report on your return the information that is reported on the portal.
Okay.
Now, the 6475 hasn't been issued yet, and the IRS hasn't given us any guidance as far as what to do if you don't receive that. I'm sure they will tell you to call the IRS, but I would look in irs.gov because you'll probably find information there quicker than you would calling the IRS.
Generally speaking, are there some tips that you have for folks? I know that if you're impatient and you want speed in this whole thing, doing it on paper probably isn't the best way to do things. Walk me through some things that folks should keep in mind this tax season.
No. First, make sure that your return is accurate. You don't want it to get flagged because you don't want the delay. Second, file electronically. Request your refunds be deposited electronically. Make sure you go to a reputable preparer. There are a number of preparers out there who will prepare your return for free. There are organizations such as the Cash Campaign, the Voluntary Income Tax Assistance Program, Tax Counseling for the Elderly, and the Comptroller of Maryland will also prepare state income tax returns for free. And if you follow these instructions and there are no errors on your return, you can expect a refund probably within about 21 days, according to the IRS.
Not bad at all. That's Melinda Dunmeyer. She is the director of the Low Income Taxpayer Clinic over at the University of Baltimore. Thank you so much for your time this morning.
You're welcome. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Certainly.